journalists or so-called digital communicators in order to curb the fake news or disinformation, sir?
Oh, yeah. So there are two things here. What we are trying to do here in this workshop is we are trying to give you a toolkit. At the end of the day, you will have a set of tools uh, on which you can uh, first work on, try to, in fact, do a reverse image search or reverse video search or reverse content search to know to what extent this particular content is true or false. That is number one. Second one is with respect to the SOPs. Just recently, on April 6th, there was an amendment to the intermediary rules where the government of India said that mandatorily the intermediaries, that is the social media platforms like Twitter or Facebook or whatever, they need to have a FCU, what is called as fact checking unit, before they publish any news and all that. So this is the second one. Third one is with the regard to SOPs. Yes, there are no SOPs, but we are in the process of framing an SOP, and this is the reason why all of us have converged here in this workshop. We would like to know your views on how the SOPs properly should be, framed. And we have a diverse group of audience here, law enforcement officers, the digital and the journalists from the digital media and also from the mainstream. We also have experts here. So yes, definitely we'll work towards this, and we think that such like this workshop should also happen in other commissioners, other areas, and other districts also. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, my name is Khan. My question is for Stephen, sir. Sir, there are new peoples are coming. They are starting YouTube channels. They haven't any knowledge or qualification. Is there any law or act to control these people, this type of peoples?
See, this is a very tricky kind of a situation, because here we are getting into a domain of something called as freedom of expression versus the what do you call as civil liberties. Yeah, civil liberties and freedom of expression. So each and every one of you have your own view on this. Some people feel that the social media, anybody and everyone can express his opinion and perception, which they are otherwise not being able to do in the mainstream media. So yes, this is a very contentious issue which needs to be very finely and delicately handled. Yes, as of now, there are no set guidelines as to how a person should register himself as a social media or a YouTube journalist and all that. So yes, they're still yet to be formed. We will work towards that with the INPR department. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, hello, sir.
I think just to add, the union government has already framed certain guidelines for social media, OTT platforms, and digital media. I think they are under debate. But as you know, all of us with my 40 years experience, what I sincerely urge is we should be responsible. We have certain privileges under 19 section 19(1)(a). All citizens can communicate. Therefore, the onus is on us to become more responsible and follow certain ethics and guidelines. So over a period, I think if you see, only the best will survive, the rest will go. So we are in a shake-up period, and we need to look at this more seriously. And like the Press Council of India, the digital media also, I think will definitely have a forum where they will evolve their own guidelines and get all of us into that ambit. The government can, do its own, guidelines or whatever to have a better relationship in ensuring communication is in the best interest of everybody, both the professional and society.
Sir, I am Amjad.